Hello and welcome to Chronically Overdressed. I'm Christine, the Glambassador. So today I thought I'd show you some of my favorite home decor and furnishings in my house. My house itself is kind of unremarkable. It's a new build. It's fine. I like it, but it's just kind of plain and simple. But I'm really happy with how my decor and my furnishings have come together over the last 10 years or so. A lot of my items I was able to purchase in Europe when we were living there, and some of them were heirlooms, family heirlooms that I inherited when my mom passed away. So I thought I would show you some of my favorite items in my home. So come on in. So this is actually one of my absolute favorite items that we have. This is my hall tree, and I inherited this from my mom. My grandfather actually owned a furniture store in San Diego, and I believe that my mom got this from his store. It was called the Maple Cottage. It was in National City in San Diego. And of course, you can see I have a lot of my umbrellas and my parasols, which are really nice to have right by the door. And here is a settee that I absolutely love. It's quite comfortable. I do want to get it refinished. I'd like to get different fabric put on the cushions and the seat, but it's a really nice, it's got this kind of faux wood, but I really love the shape of it, and it's a nice size. It's nice and comfortable. It fits really nice here in our front parlor. And this scale I got in Germany. I was lucky enough, I had two actually wonderful women who sold antiques, and they would call me all the time. They knew my style, they knew what I was looking for, and they would call me and tell me what they had in stock, and I would go over there and basically shop their their whole stock. So this was one of the ladies, Amelia, that I was able to get this, and I got another scale that I will show you in a moment. So here's the second scale that I got. I just love how intricate everything is. And I didn't want to clean it up too much. I really liked the kind of antiquing on it. I didn't want it to be too shiny. Sometimes when you see people kind of redoing antiques and they're painting them or making them super, super shiny, it just, I don't know, it seems to lose something that I just didn't want. I didn't want to do that. And here is my Baguette Box. I got this again from one of my wonderful women in Germany, my antique ladies. She had this in her house, and I just fell in love with it. I had never seen anything like it before. So you put your baguettes right in here and keeps them nice and safe. There's even a little crumb drawer down here. And I just love it. It's such a cute little piece and I've heard from several of my French friends whose grandparents had these in their house, and they were just always full of baguettes. And unfortunately, I don't have access to baguettes right now, so it just sits and looks pretty. In Germany, we were able to find a lot of really nice dishware. And I actually got this whole set of Wilbur & Bosch, which I love. The green, I think it's called the Burgenland. Yep. And it's so beautiful. I love the green color. It's very different. Usually you see it in blue. They also have it in red. So I'm always on the lookout for more pieces. I'd love the candlesticks if I could ever find them. And more serving dishes, of course, would be fantastic. But here's some of the lovely pieces that I was able to get in Germany. And this is kind of a fun dish here. It's a berry dish. So you can set your berries after you've washed them, and the water just kind of drips down and holds on to that. And I've got my fun jam set, which if I ever have people come visit us again, I will get to use. All of these, unfortunately, are kind of sitting here just looking pretty because we're not able to use a lot of this stuff since we don't have any guests right now. So this is another scale. I actually was wrong. I lied. We have more than 2 scales. We actually have 5. I had completely forgotten about them. But this is another scale that is beautiful. Also purchased in Germany. This one did get cleaned up quite a bit, but we've had it for a little while, and I've just kind of allowed some of the it's not really patinaed yet, but hopefully it will over time. Unfortunately, it was really shiny when we first got it, and I really liked how it looked when it was older. And I love these little turtles. I've got 3 of those. This plant stand we got at a flea market in Germany for, gosh, I think it was like $5. And I just love the shape of it. It reminds me very much of an Art Deco piece. I have no idea when it's from, but I really like having the 3 different layers there. And it's just, yeah, and I love this kind of green tile on the top here. Here's a water pitcher and basin that we got in Germany, and I just love this design. Again, it reminds me very much of kind of the 1930s, a little bit Art Deco. It's a really nice size of the pitcher, and it's very well done. There's no chips or anything in it. I'm really happy with that. Got that at a flea market in Hamburg in Germany, and yeah, I just love it. We searched for years for a pail to hold our utensils, and it was probably, I think, the last couple of months in Germany. We went to the Hamburg flea market and we finally found the perfect size. We needed something that was a wider opening, and it was not too tall, not too short, and it was absolutely perfect. So we finally found it, and I'm so happy we got it. And it fits everything perfectly, and I love it. And here's a piece that we actually got here in Hawaii. We went to a vintage show early on when we moved here and found this lovely toaster and this beautiful, absolutely beautiful spider web on the front here. But here's an inside look. It supposedly works. We have not tried it out yet. We're a little afraid, but sooner or later we will try and see if it works. And this, I absolutely love this. This is a bread cutter, and I've used it to kind of house some of my pretty books here, but I'll show you how it works. And it is quite sharp. So you set your bread right in here. And if I can get this to work, this comes up and you just slice it down. So it's pretty heavy. It's a nice, this is, metal and wood, but it's just such a fun little piece. And I just liked how my books kind of set up perfectly in there. We don't use it obviously to cut bread, but it works really well to just kind of hold some nice books, and looks pretty in our kitchen. And this is my wall of my family. So my grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandparents from Norway, my mom, my other grandfather, my other grandmother, and that's my husband. Isn't he adorable? If I had a bigger wall, I would have much more family photos up, but that's what I've got. And this is my pride and joy. This was made for my great aunt from my great uncle. It's all costume jewelry, and they're attached on a black velvet background. And I just think that he did such a great job putting everything together and spacing them out to really make this beautiful tree. And then of course the whole frame of it is fantastic. And he also fitted it with lights. You can see little lights in there. And my husband actually rewired it for me a couple of years ago to make it a battery pack. We do need to redo them again. As you can see, some of the lights are not as bright as they should be. But it's really nice to have batteries instead of having to plug it into a wall, so we can hang it up or set it somewhere and just turn on the batteries instead of plugging it in. But that is my lovely Christmas tree that I keep up all year round because it is so gorgeous and I love it. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my favorite home decor and furnishings that I have in my house. Once we move again and we're able to put everything out, I still have a lot of stuff in storage. I'll do another home tour. Hopefully we'll have an older home and the home itself will be amazing, just like my German home was. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions at all, please let me know if you have any questions about my furnishings. And please let me know, what are some of your favorite furnishings and decor that you have in your house? Do you have family heirlooms? Do you have anything that you just, you absolutely fell in love with finding at a flea market or thrift store? I'd love to know what you have in your house. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help my channel to grow, and I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Bye.